and salutations, Max and Jonathan here for IGN, here to talk about a possible exciting revelation for the future of PlayStation games, which is they might not just be on PlayStation.
What? No.
Yeah, we're hearing some rumors that Horizon Zero Dawn might be getting a PC port. Jonathan, what could this possibly mean about the future of games?
So, yes, Kotaku's reporting that they've heard from several sources that Horizon Zero Dawn, which came to PS4 in 2017, will possibly be coming to PCs.
And again, this is unconfirmed. This is a rumor right now.
We've reached out to Sony for comment, haven't heard anything back from them since, as of the time we're recording. They'll probably answer while we're in this conversation. Right now, that's sort of the only rumor we have, and I honestly think it's a smart move and something that they probably should have already started to be making the move towards, but I think it's another piece of a larger puzzle of Sony realizing, hey, we can exist beyond the PlayStation hardware and still be a brand.
Now, this is hot on the tails of the announcement that MLB The Show would be going from being a PS4 exclusive to also coming to Microsoft and
multi-platform.
Multi-platform,
they didn't say, but both Nintendo and Xbox accounts like quote tweeted that announcement or like winky faces and everything. So it's pretty much a given it'll be on those systems.
Now, what strikes me as interesting about this, the Horizon announcement anyway, is that that runs on the Decima engine, which is the same thing that Death Stranding was running on, which sort of famously, unsurprisingly, was like, hey, this is also coming to PC later this year, which I can't help but feel like maybe Sony's going to sort of throw Decima into the ring as one of the many engines that people could start working with.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting thing to me. I don't know, it's like a sort of chicken and the egg situation. I don't know which came first, but so Death Stranding is coming to PC via 505 Games. Sony isn't publishing it on PC, but it is using the Decima engine, which was first used on PS4 with Horizon. Or it might have been used in Killzone, I don't remember exactly, but it was used for Horizon, but will now be usable on PC. So it makes sense that they're like, hey, if we can adapt this other game, or if 505 and Kojima Productions are adapting it, let's also adapt our own game. And that opens up the floodgates to say, well, why couldn't other developers then use Decima?
Yeah, and then Sony would get a licensing fee for games on whatever platform they're on.
Exactly. I mean, like, the engine market is pretty small. A lot of people tend to stick to the same few familiar names we hear, like Unreal, or, I mean, there's a few certain proprietary ones. Obviously, people don't love Frostbite in the EA side, but there's a few well-known ones. But Sony's saying, hey, we have this engine we're really proud of. You see its work in both our first-party games and a second-party sort of relationship. Let's keep opening up those doors.
Sony has a long track record of doing a lot of very proprietary things.
Yes.
And I think there's a sort of a indication that previously they would have engines that were for in-house use only. They were designed to work on the PS3 or the PS4, and it was just very much kind of this buttoned-up thing. But as we're kind of going into this weird nebulous future of kind of, you know, cross-platform stuff and games as a service and really just opening everything up, it couldn't really hurt to be like, hey, maybe other people could use this a little bit.
Yeah, the more closed off you stay as the rest of the industry opens up more would only be an issue. And you definitely see a little resilience on the Sony side compared to Microsoft, because Microsoft right now is play anywhere. You buy an Xbox exclusive, you can play it on PC. You'll be able to play it on Series X, Xbox One, and PC. They clearly want you to just buy their games. They're okay if you don't buy a new Series X.
Yeah, and of course Microsoft, they're not too worried about people, you know, playing Xbox game on Windows because they also own Windows.
Yeah, it's PlayStation kind of, doesn't have that, but they are, you know, they have had PlayStation Now available on PC. So you are able to play games like God of War on a PC, and granted it's through the PS Now launcher, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sony continues to make these steps to saying, hey, as long as you're playing PlayStation games, if you want to play them on PC, we understand, so go ahead.
Yeah, and of course we also saw some of the David Cage games getting ported to PC, which is another story entirely.
Yes,
I think that was a timed exclusivity.
Yeah, so Quantic Dream, after they sort of stopped their exclusivity deal with PlayStation, moved over to releasing their games on, I believe, Epic Game Store, sort of made the decision to bring a lot of their more recent games, including Detroit Become Human, to PC.
Right.
So yeah, we're seeing PlayStation 4 games, whether Sony wants them to or not, going to PC, and so I think Sony may see this and say, well, why don't we jump on this and be the ones who are bringing that stuff to PC, or even behind the engines of games that go to PC? So they're making a cut of that no matter what.
Now, let's say, just for the sake of conversation, which is all we're doing here, is having a conversation about this entirely hypothetical scenario.
In our natural location.
Yeah, like we do. We're just hanging out at this pretend bar, which absolutely has a liquor license.
Yes.
But yeah, let's say Horizon Zero Dawn does in fact come to PC. What do you think the odds of that coming to other consoles would be?
I still think pretty slim. I don't think the move to PC is very different than the move to Xbox or Nintendo. Something like MLB The Show going to those systems, I get because you have the weird relationship of the MLB in there, and that's obviously a much wider thing than Sony's first-party studio game going to PC.
A little bit different.
Yeah, so Sony can control the message, it can control the platforms to where Horizon goes on PC, and I think that could portend other PlayStation games going to PC, but I don't think we'll suddenly see, sort of along the lines of Xbox games going to Switch, I don't think we'll suddenly see Horizon Zero Dawn 2 also launching on the Switch Pro. I don't think we'll see that future.
Probably not.
Yeah.
In any case, we'll have to wait and see if Horizon Zero Dawn is in fact coming to PC. It's all rumors and speculation right now, but it seems fairly likely, very possible. Who knows? It's a bold, brave new world out there, and we are keeping track of it one day at a time over here at IGN. So as the PS5 rolls into play, keep it right here, keep it locked. We'll see you guys around.